Hello dear students, welcome to the English session. We are talking about active and passive voice, and today we are going to learn how to change passive voice to active voice. When we say voice in English grammar, we refer to the relationship between the subject of the sentence and the verb of that sentence. There are two types of voices in English language. The first is active voice and then we have passive voice. Now let us try to understand the components of a sentence. The first component is the subject, that is who or what performs the action. Then comes the verb, which refers to the action itself. Then there is object, that means who or what receives the action. Now let us try to understand the structure of an active sentence and a passive sentence. Talking about active sentence, the structure would be subject and then verb and object. For example, he kicked the ball. Here, subject is he, verb is kicked and the object is the ball. Now, let us take a look at the structure of a passive sentence. It would be object, then a helping verb, that is the basic form of be that we should use in that sentence. Then past participle form of the main verb and by followed by the subject. Now here the subject and the object, they have interchanged their positions. So we get the ball was kicked by him. So here the ball is the object which has become the subject of the passive voice, and similarly he was the subject which has turned into him and become the object of the passive sentence. Now let us take a look at the steps that we need to perform to change passive voice to active voice. So the first step would be identification of subject, verb and object. The second step would be moving the object to the beginning of the sentence. The third step would be choose the correct verb tense. The fourth step would be converting the past participle verb back to its base or past form, depending upon the tense used in that sentence. And finally, remove the unnecessary by phrases. Let us perform these steps on a sentence. So the sentence that we have is a song was sung by her. So first step is identifying the subject, verb and object. So here the subject is a song, the verb is sing. This is the base form of sung. And the object is her. Now we are going to interchange. So the second step would be move the object to the subject position. When we move her to the subject position, it will become she. Choose the correct verb tense. Which verb tense is being used here? It is simple past. Now convert the past participle verb back to its base past form. So since this is simple past, the form of sing that we will use here is sang. And then we will move further and complete our sentence. She sang a song. Remove by if used. We have already removed by. So let us take a look at the final transformation. In passive voice we had a song was sung by her. In active voice we get she sang a song. It's time to do some practice. So the first practice sentence is the purse was stolen by the thief, right? Starting with identification, this is the subject, Was stolen is the verb and the thief is the object. Let us move ahead. The thief becomes the subject. The verb form we are going to use is stole. Again, this sentence is in simple past tense. The thief stole. What did the thief steal? The purse. So the final transformation will be the thief stole the purse. Next sentence, a new policy has been introduced by the government. So here, this is our subject, this is our verb, and this is the object. Let us try to transform it into active voice. First, let us identify the tense used. The tense used here is present perfect. So, our answer will be the government has introduced. Remember, we are using the present perfect tense. The government has introduced a new policy. Here it is. Let us move to the next sentence. The door had been left open by someone. Now here, the subject is the door, had been left open is the verb, and someone is our object. What is the tense? The tense here is past perfect. We are using had and the third form of verb leave. So the tense that has been used here is past perfect. So the active voice will be someone had, been will be removed, left open the door. So this is our answer. Someone had left open the door. Let us move to the next sentence. The road is being repaired by the workers. Again, we'll begin by identification. This is the subject, this is the verb, and this is our object. We'll begin by moving the workers to the subject position. The workers, identify the tense. This is in present. Being is used, so the tense will be continuous. The workers are repairing. What are the workers repairing? The road. So this is our active voice. The workers are repairing the road. It's time for an important tip on passive voice. So the tip is the cases where the agent is unknown or unimportant. In such cases, what we do? The subject is left out in active voice. But to convert it into passive voice, a generic subject might be used. Let us take a look at the example. The window was broken. This is our passive voice. As you can see, there is no by here. So we do not know the doer or the subject of this sentence. We will take a generic subject. So we will pick someone. Someone broke the window. It's time to end our session here, and I am going to leave you with a task. there are some questions on the screen. Try to convert them into their active form. Till we meet next time, take care.